Hello everyone, welcome to your March 2021 tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. March is going to feel a lot lighter than February, that's for sure. February was a heavy month. A lot of transformations were happening underneath the surface, and March is just going to feel more like a collective sense of relief and a collective exhale. So lots of things to look forward to. We have a Pisces New Moon around the middle of the month. We are moving into Aries season, which is always wonderful and exciting. It's full of fresh beginnings. And that's happening on the 20th. And then we're ending everything off with a Libra full moon. So much gentle energy and just a lot of energy around new beginnings and finally seeing all of our hard work manifest in the real world. So it's going to be great. Let's get started and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Hello Aries, welcome to your March 2021 tarot card reading. Happy birthday to all of you celebrating in the month of March. So the past couple months has been a lot, all right? And I think with the Virgo full moon that just passed at the end of February, there was really almost like this collective exhale and this collective sense of relief with that Virgo full moon. Because for many of us, we've let go of quite a few things that have kind of been in the works for a while. But with the Mercury retrograde that was going on, there was just so much anxiety. So many signs were feeling anxious. And I think coming into March, a lot of signs are finally going to be feeling a lot more like themselves. Which, I mean, there's something really lovely about March in that it is just the start of a new astrological year. Right? So there is this sense of spring and freshness. So there's that. And so I think that's going to be really great for a lot of signs. And of course, it's going to be great for you, Aries, because so many of you are going to be celebrating your birthday. It's the beginning of a new astrological year, like I said. So there's going to be a lot of attention on Aries. And I do think Aries you're going to be feeling a lot more comfortable in your power, and you're probably going to be feeling more confident in a lot of areas of your life, probably work, with your relationships, okay? But I'm also getting this sense that in the month of March, probably near the beginning of March, I think Aries is almost going to have to bite their tongue a little bit. So Mars is entering Gemini on March 3rd. Okay, so there's a huge emphasis on words and their power. So for a lot of you, for Aries especially, you may have to be a little bit careful with your words, with the things that you say to others, okay? I'm just seeing this figure here and kind of holding that mouth of the lion. And I'm being drawn to that energy there because I think you may face a couple instances where you have to stop yourself from maybe lashing out or just being a bit more harsh with your words. All right. So going into March, just keep that in mind. You may have to be a bit more conscious of the things that you're saying to people. Our words do have power, right? The things that we say, not only to others, but ourselves, they carry weight, right? And we're especially going to be seeing that when Mars enters Gemini. So you got Strength, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, and Temperance. So in addition to kind of just being more, less reactive, let's say, in the month of March, I think you're also going to have to consider how you're feeling, Aries. So, because I think you're going to be feeling extremely intuitive and maybe even emotional. Okay, there may be some remnants from the Virgo full moon at the end of February that put a lot of people in their feelings, if you will. And so I think this is great for you because I think you're going to be feeling and listening and not so much kind of acting, right? And I think you're going to need strength in a certain situation, could be with a person, could be at work, where you almost need to pause, hold yourself back a little bit, and really pay attention and listen to what's being said to you before you speak. Because there may, with this Mars entering Gemini, there may be a tendency to maybe interpret things the wrong way, to maybe interpret banter as a threat. There's going to be a huge emphasis on communication in the beginning of March, okay? Mercury is also aligning with Jupiter on the 4th of March. So not only is this kind of having conversations, some of them maybe even lucky ones, but it's about showcasing your skills and your talent and your intellect, but it's about speaking up in a way that's purposeful, okay? Not just speaking up for the sake of it, but really coming forward when you know exactly what it is that you want to say, like the Queen of Cups would. Okay, because the Queen of Cups feels first, listens, reflects, and then speaks. She's very purposeful and careful with the words that she utters, right? And so I really just want to tell you, Aries, to kind of just go with the flow, okay? Kind of take things as they come. Feel things out first. Listen to your intuition, okay? If your intuition is telling you something, maybe even about a person, just really listen to your intuition, especially when it comes to maybe certain offers coming into your life that maybe seem too good to be true. Trust your gut if your gut is telling you that. If maybe a business partner comes to you and, you know, it just seems too kind of smoke and mirrors, right? Like really look at the facts and get second opinions, all right? Because that's going to be really important. And I think you're going to have to listen to your gut and listen to your intuition to kind of lead you the right way. Because I don't know that you're seeing the full picture here. So you got the Knight of Cups in reverse, and this can either be you, and it could be you ignoring your inner your inner knowing and ignoring your intuition. It could be that, but it could also be another person. And the Knight of Cups in reverse is kind of someone who is just all talk, right? And their actions don't back up what they say. So what did I say? A huge emphasis on communication. Look at how people are acting, not so much what they're saying, because words and communication right now, especially in the beginning of March, may come off as aggressive and just, it may come off as something that it isn't. And whoever or whatever this Knight of Cups is, it could be you ignoring that, that more intuitive side of yourself, like I said. But if it is another person, you may find that you have to make a decision about them or that situation where maybe you have to cut ties or just put space between you and this person, all right? It could even be someone from your past. Maybe there was a situation in your past where there was this Knight of Cups in reverse energy, okay? So like a younger, more immature energy that kind of, promised all these nice things but never delivered on those promises. Okay, someone emotionally immature especially. Because when the sun is going to enter, the Sun and Neptune are going to align on the 10th of March. And that's really going to be about not only speaking up, finally, but standing your ground and defending yourself and kind of sticking up for yourself. So it could be that someone from your past comes in to your life again, and you have to finally make a final and maybe even a little bit of a harsh decision about that person. But I'm not worried at all, because I do actually think it's going to lead to really lovely things, and it just this sense of feeling balanced again with the Two of Cups and Temperance here. Please listen to what your heart is telling you, Aries. You always do so well when you listen to your heart. And to others, it may seem sometimes as a bit impulsive, or like maybe you didn't think things through enough. But the reason why Aries can make such quick decisions is because they just know that it's right quicker than a lot of people and sooner than a lot of people. I do think when you make this Two of Swords decision here, that's probably something it's something that you've had to probably cut ties with for a while, maybe. But I think once you finally do that, and once you see the full picture, you're going to feel a lot better. And you're going to have this optimism. And when your season finally starts on the 20th, followed right after on the 21st by the sun entering Venus as well, the Sun and Venus alignment that is finally going to culminate and happen on the 25th, that is going to be so huge for you, Aries, and there's going to be such a spotlight on you. Like, all eyes are going to be on Aries, and you're going to be feeling so ready and just so rejuvenated, and like you can take on the world, basically. But there are going to be just a couple things you have to deal with first in the beginning of March, right? Some lingering things in Pisces season, all right? And there's also a Pisces New Moon on the 13th, so that's going to be all about forgiveness. So maybe this person, this Knight of Cups, maybe it doesn't even have to be someone coming back. It could just be a situation that you finally need to release, and in order to do that, you have to forgive this person. Okay, because when Mercury finally enters Pisces on the 15th, that is this right here. Okay, the Queen of Cups. That's intuition meeting reason and logic. It's self-reflection. And I think you're really going to have this moment here with the Two of Swords of pause, where you really reflect on this situation. Maybe you finally decide to say the things you've always wanted to say, but maybe you also just decide to let it go and, tap into that inner strength and not waste your energy and not waste your words, right? I think Aries is going to be tempted to say a lot of things, but I think at the end of the day, they're going to be quite tight-lipped, especially at the beginning of the month, because I think you're just going to realize that you don't need to waste your energy on certain people or certain situations, right? Like, this is a new year. Aries, I'm just getting the sense that you don't have time for this sort of energy. I don't think this is going to deter you at all. I just think if it's a situation you've been avoiding a little bit, you're just going to have to finally acknowledge it in order to really embrace your season fully. All right? Your oracle cards were Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. And then you also got the universe has my back. So you have two cards reinforcing that the universe is on your side and that the universe has your back. And that in order to tap into that, all you have to do is just get a little bit quiet and tap into that Queen of Cups energy that Aries is definitely capable of. And just listen to what your heart is telling you. Maybe it's time to forgive someone. Maybe you're holding on to something, some ideal, right? Whatever, it can be anything, but there's something in your heart in the month of March, Aries, that you really just need to pay attention to finally. And it's going to require strength, but once you do it, you're like, look what's waiting for you on the other end, the Two of Cups and Temperance. Like, this is how you're entering your season, like this. You're going to be feeling inspired, creative, so balanced, which is just like, what a relief after so much uncertainty, right? So just hang in there, all right? I really don't think this is going to have, it's not going to manifest so dramatically in the material world, all right? But it is there are emotional ties here, okay? That you're going to have to face or cut or acknowledge, all right? All right, let's clarify this Knight of Cups. Let's see what or who this Knight of Cups is. Knight of Cups. So you got the Queen of Pentacles. I also want to clarify strength. You know what? Let's do one more card for that Knight of Cups. Ace of Wands. Yeah, I really think this Pisces new moon is going to have a really big effect on you, Aries. I think it's going to have you feeling very watery and earthy. So very grounded and just in your emotions. Strength. What does Aries need strength for? Two of Cups again. Yeah, you're going to need this strength because... And you're going to have to carry this strength throughout the month because it's like you just need to tap in because it's like your higher self and your intuition knows that if you just keep having this strength, like this Two of Cups is waiting for you. Like, you know, this is like on the other end. And I think you're just going to have to try and remind yourself of that as the month goes on, no matter what this situation is here. Yeah, I feel like this is a situation where I think whoever this Knight of Cups was, they saw you as, and probably still see you as, this Queen of Pentacles. So for all of your fire and passion and energy, you're also extremely dependable and trustworthy and honest, and you have integrity. And I think they really saw you that way. And I think you saw this almost Ace of Wands new beginning with this person that never really came into fruition, probably because they were too immature. They probably had no clue what they wanted, this person, whether it's romantic, a friend, maybe it was a business partner that kind of was flaky, all right? And maybe what you learn in this time of quiet and kind of this more reflective state is that just because you couldn't have this Ace of Wands with this person doesn't mean that you can't have it with somebody else. I think Aries is really going to remember and realize in this time of reflection some very important things about their self-worth and their value. And I think in remembering who you are and remembering that your value isn't attached to another person, you're going to just feel like you can finally move forward and have these amazing, inspiring conversations with great people and meet new people. All right. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it at that. Have an amazing month of March. Happy birthday once again to those who are celebrating. And I'll see you next month. Take care.